Hummus gets all the attention, but it's not the only Middle Eastern dip worth knowing. Muhammara is smoky, tangy, nutty, slightly sweet, and honestly one of the most interesting dips you can put on a table. So today I'm making this Levantine classic at home to show you why it deserves a lot more attention. Welcome back to Nomadic Treats, where we bring the word into your kitchen. Today, we're heading to the Levant. This is the first video in the short series exploring Middle Eastern dips beyond hummus. I'm starting with a jar of roasted peppers, 200 grams or 10.5 ounces, drained well. And one important thing here, don't rinse them, because that can water down the flavor. I just pat them dry with a clean towel to get rid of as much extra moisture as possible. Then I tear them into smaller pieces with my hands. If you'd rather use fresh peppers, that works too. I'll leave the roasting method in the description. Now for the nuts. I'm using 80 grams of walnuts, which is about 3/4 of a cup. I'm setting aside 1 or 2 walnuts for garnish later, then roughly chopping them. Now I've got a frying pan over medium heat. In go the walnuts first, and I'm toasting them for about 3 minutes, just until they smell fragrant. Then I'm adding 25 grams of breadcrumbs, which is about 1/4 cup. And this matters more than it looks. Toasting both the walnuts and the breadcrumbs gives the dip a deeper, warmer flavor. I'm keeping a close eye on it because breadcrumbs can burn quickly. Once the breadcrumbs are golden and the walnuts smell nutty, I am taking the pan off the heat. Now everything goes into the processor. That's the toasted walnut and the breadcrumb mixture, plus 1 large garlic clove or 2 regular ones if that's what you have. I am blending that first until it turns into fine crumbs. This helps the dip come together more evenly later. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1.5 tablespoons of pomegranate molasses, 3 tablespoons of tahini, half a teaspoon of Aleppo pepper, the roasted peppers, some salt, and a half teaspoon of ground cumin. And if you don't have Aleppo peppers, you can use half a teaspoon of paprika plus 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne instead. I've linked my favorite brands of pomegranate molasses, tahini, and Aleppo pepper in the description below. This is where the Muhammara starts getting its real character. The sweetness from the peppers, the tang from the pomegranate molasses, the richness from the walnuts and tahini, and that gentle heat from the Aleppo pepper. If it feels a little too thick, just add a small splash of water. You can make Muhammara chunky if you want, but I like mine smooth. Now I'm tasting. This is the kind of dip that really benefits from a final adjustment. If you want it tangier, add a little more pomegranate molasses. If it needs more seasoning, add a bit more salt. Now I'm spooning the Muhammara into a serving plate. I like to use the back of the spoon to create a few waves on the top, just so it holds the topping nicely. Then I'm finishing it with a drizzle of olive oil, a little more pomegranate molasses, the reserved chopped walnuts, and a small handful of fresh mint. And just like that, it already looks like something special. If you enjoyed this, stay tuned for the upcoming Middle Eastern dips that you probably never heard about. You don't want to miss it. And if you like another dish from the same part of the world, check out my Lebanese fatty video next. Thanks for watching.